War rewards discipline, then punishes it brutally. But in the Russia-Ukraine war, the rulebook keeps getting shredded. Overnight, the skies turned into a slot machine of explosions. And this is only the surface. Today you'll get 3 things: what happened, why it matters, and what comes next. According to Reuters on December 7th, Russia says it destroyed 77 Ukrainian drones launched overnight. The Defense Ministry posted the claim on Telegram, saying the drones were shot down across 7 regions in southern and central Russia and over Crimea. 77 in one night. Fast headline, slow consequences. No casualty numbers, no damage list, just a number designed to project control. And in modern drone war, intercepted can mean destroyed midair, jammed, forced down, or simply missed and not admitted. Fog of war. But there's still a signal inside the fog. This isn't just air defense, it's narrative warfare. And control is the first thing that breaks. Now zoom out, because 77 is a symptom, not a trophy. When a defense ministry posts numbers on Telegram, it's doing 2 jobs at once: military messaging and domestic reassurance. And the need for reassurance usually means anxiety is already high. Here's the neutral lens. Both sides are locked in air pressure politics. Ukraine needs reach, Russia needs control, and civilians need sleep, something war doesn't budget for. 77 drones across 7 regions implies wide coverage, diverse targets, and one core intent: constant friction. Friction forces defenders to spread sensors and crews thin. Thin coverage creates gaps, and gaps get punished. The dirty secret of drone warfare isn't one perfect hit. It's forcing 10 imperfect decisions. Do you shoot an interceptor? Do you jam it? Do you gamble it misses? Or do you accept the political cost of doing nothing? Every choice is bad. This is where moral rot creeps in. Not because one side is uniquely evil, but because the method encourages numbness, shortcuts, and escalation. And the pattern keeps repeating: volume, night, and official statements that tell you the count, not the cost. Counts hide costs. That 7 regions detail matters more than it looks. If drones appear across multiple regions, defenders must coordinate fast, across radars, command posts, and crews who are already tired. Coordination needs clean communication. Clean communication needs trust. And trust is the first casualty in a long war. This is why drone warfare feels like controlled chaos, controlled until it isn't, and then it's just chaos. Here's an uncomfortable neutral truth. Both sides benefit from claiming successful interception because it signals competence, and competence keeps funding, recruitment, and public patience alive. But competence has a price tag. Every interception consumes something scarce: missiles, radar life, crew focus at 3 a.m. Scarcity wins wars. That's why the air war turns into economics under stress. If the cheapest defense is jamming, everyone jams. If the cheapest defense is hardening infrastructure, everyone hardens. But if the cheapest defense becomes retaliation, retaliation becomes policy. That's escalation by spreadsheet. So why is this happening, and why could it get worse? Because drones are built for long wars. They're cheaper than missiles, easier to build, easier to hide. And they scale fast like a factory line. They hit where politics hurts: energy, transport, and public confidence. Even when air defense wins, the population still pays. That's the trap. The deeper answer sits in logistics, command systems, and escalation incentives. Name the root cause: saturation economics, winning by exhausting the other side's defenses. The logic is simple: make interception too expensive to sustain. One cheap drone forces one costly response: radar time, interceptors, crews, fuel. A swarm doesn't need to be accurate, it just needs to be constant. Both sides learn the same lesson: more drones, more nights, more targets, less room for diplomacy. Escalation is efficient, and when violence travels down the chain, it bounces back up not as victory, but as blowback. Now the contrast that should bother everyone. One approach says, protect civilians, harden infrastructure, follow the rules. The other says, break the grid, break morale, deny everything. And both sides claim they're defending. That's the terrifying symmetry. Because when the air war becomes routine, the next step is uglier targets, heavier infrastructure stress, more accidents, more unknown causes. The bill comes due. 77 drones isn't a statistic, it's a warning flare. And the real question isn't how many were shot down, it's how long can this go on? Before you click away, one more layer. The hidden lever is airspace. Drones don't just threaten targets, they force a country to reorganize its entire rear area. More checkpoints, more alerts, more temporary restrictions that become permanent. The war expands into daily life, not with tanks, but with schedules. And schedules are control. If a swarm forces coordination across 7 regions, the system strains. And strained systems crack at the seams. This is also a production race. Drones are modular. They can be assembled, modified, rerouted fast. Machines scale faster than trained humans. So the air war becomes a manufacturing contest that doesn't end with good intentions. It ends when one side can't keep up. And incentives right now are pushing both sides toward more. More drones, more nights, more risk. More is the poison. So here's the final warning. When wars become routine, leaders stop looking for exits. They start optimizing the routine. That's how conflicts last for years. The 77 drone claim is a reminder of that trap. Next episode, we break down the boring air defense mistakes that quietly change wars. Not the famous ones, the ordinary ones. Like, subscribe and drop your question in the comments. I read them. See you in the next one.